it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers, and I am here to plan the week of April 11th. So it is Easter on Sunday, so I'm going to be using the Easter kit this week, and I've also got some custom scripts here, so let's get started. So once again, I am filming on Monday morning before work. This is never my plan. I don't know why, like, doing the plan with me, it takes me, I don't know, about half an hour to get things prepped and about half an hour to sit down and film. And I definitely can make it work over the weekend, but I don't know why I just don't kind of have it in the weekend routine and often end up filming on Monday morning. It is my ambition to film these on Friday afternoons, and for some reason that just never quite happens either. So I'm hoping that I'm so close to summer vacation. We have 3 weeks of classes left and then finals week. And so I'm hoping that maybe over the summer I can get in the habit of filming my plan with me's on Friday when I have more flexibility anyway, and then carry that over into the fall, because yeah, it's just nice that I'm really enjoying now with the changes to Fern Creek, not having Fern Creek stuff that I have to do during the weekend. And so I think that that's part of it, is I'm just enjoying doing other things. But yeah, I should be able to film this on Friday afternoon or evening, but it just hasn't happened. So so here we are, and that's okay. As long as I've got my week planned out by the time I go to work on Monday, I'm in good shape for the week. Oh, and shoot, I'm realizing this is like I've done this a few times recently. I've pulled these custom scripts, but I haven't pulled the scripts that go on here, so I need to grab those sheets. Okay, so I've got these sheets now, so I'll just have to pull these off individually. That's okay. Yeah, so anyway, but what we did this weekend, so yesterday on Sunday, we went to Callaway Gardens, and so it's just under an hour away from here in Georgia, and it's a really pretty, it's a big private garden, and there's lots of trails, and this is the time of year when there are a lot of flowers in bloom. It turns out that we actually didn't hit the peak. We thought, you know, the azaleas were blooming here. We thought we were going to hit the peak of azaleas. We were a little bit late to hit the peak. A lot of stuff had already bloomed, but there still were a lot of things in bloom, and it was a really nice day, so we had a good time. I think part of it too is azaleas they're pretty fragile flowers, and we have had a lot of rain recently, and they're ones where, like, when it rains they go away. So I think that also some of the rain in the last week could have affected things, because it hasn't gotten too hot yet. But anyway, we had a nice time at Callaway. So we often, when we go, we've rented bikes, and I have a bike, and this is the stupidest thing. So I used to be a really avid bike rider, and when I was in grad school, I rode my bike to work pretty much. Unless there was snow, I would ride my bike to work. And so I rode my bike a lot, and then I moved to Alabama, and this is not exactly a great place for riding your bike. Drivers here are crazy, and the roads are just not set up for biking. Like, if I actually, after we moved, I could ride my bike to work if I wanted, because there's some weird connections through neighborhoods that I could take and have a pretty safe route to work. So we'll see. I might do that every once in a while, but it has to be, now here the issue is a lot of the year it's just too hot, and I would end up a sweaty mess once I got to work. But anyway, so, but the roads here, like from where I used to live, if I wanted to bike to work, there'd be parts where I'd be like riding on a road with 60-mile-an-hour traffic and almost no shoulder, and the cars are not very accommodating. So when I moved here initially, my bike got a flat in the process of moving, and I had never gotten it fixed. I moved in 2016, and I had never gotten this flat fixed. And so finally we were like, okay, we're gonna go to Callaway this weekend. Let's save money and only rent a bike for Brian. I can bring my bike with. I have a bike rack for my car. Let me just go get my bike fixed. So this week, this is so embarrassing, I went in to get my flat fixed, and it turned out it wasn't even a flat. It was just low on air. So somehow when I moved, But because when I guess my bike had been in storage, my stuff was in storage for a few months before I moved, so it probably just lost all the air while it was in storage, and then when it got to Alabama off the moving truck, I was like, oh no, it got a flat in the process of moving. But no, it was just out of air, and I don't know why I don't have a bike pump. I should get one. So I took it to the bike store and they're like, oh, this just needs air. And they put air in it and it held, and great. So that was an easy fix, but unfortunately, Brian got a call from work in the morning before we were gonna go. That was an emergency. So he had to deal with that, and we ended up leaving later than we'd planned. And so it wasn't really worth it to rent bikes when we got there, or to rent a bike for Brian. We brought my bike with, but we felt like it's kind of pricey, and we felt like it wasn't worth it for just a couple hours. So we just walked around instead, but we had a really nice time. And one thing that's cool they have at Callaway, they have a butterfly house, and they have different butterflies at different times of year. So it was kind of some different stuff. We were there last in October, so it was some different things than we had seen the last time that we were there. So yeah, it's cool. It's a cool place, and we had a nice time. And although poor Brian, there was they have some like food trucks around, and so there's an ice cream truck, and they also this time had a shaved ice truck as well, and they had in the they give you today at Callaway kind of information, and they said where each of those was going to be located. And I knew I wanted shaved ice. That sounded really good to me, but Brian wanted ice cream, and we passed the ice cream truck first, and Brian was like, we'll be coming back this way, I'll come back and get it. So then we went to the place where the shaved ice was, and I got my shaved ice, and then we went back to where the ice cream truck was, and they had just closed for the day, and Brian didn't get his ice cream, which was very sad. But the other thing that's been going on here that's kind of interesting is we kind of oddly, we had a lot of bird feeders in our condo, but we didn't have places to hang them up. So I guess we did have a sunflower seed feeder up all the time, but then we had one other hook on the fence that we had to alternate what was hanging up at any given time. So we'd rotate between hummingbird feeder and a suet feeder and a thistle feeder. Although almost no one would come to the suet feeder or the thistle feeder. So it was pretty much like using the hummingbird feeder when hummingbirds were around. And then other than that, nothing too interesting. So, but for my birthday, my parents got me a multi-crook thing. That's not very descriptive, but it's a stand for a bunch of different bird feeders, and it's a really nice, it's got a good squirrel baffle on it, so it's a really good squirrel proof setup. And it says you can hang up to 8 bird feeders on it. I think 8's probably kind of a stretch. I mean, there are spots for 8, but I think that they'd be too close to each other. But realistically, you can put up 4. And so right now we have the thistle feeder, the suet feeder, and the sunflower feeder. And we're trying to decide if we're gonna put the hummingbird feeder on there or if we'll put it on a separate thing, because we don't have to worry about the squirrels getting into that. But we have been getting so many birds, and the thing that's been most amazing is over the last week, we have started to get so many goldfinches. And I know that goldfinches do love thistle, but it's been so cool because I have never seen this many goldfinches at once. The most that I counted were 7 at once at our bird feeder. Putting these in the wrong order while I talk. And which is just amazing to see 7 goldfinches at once. So that has been really cool. We have been really enjoying watching all the birds coming, and we've been learning some new birds too, because when we see birds we don't recognize, we try to identify them. So there are, for example, we've had a lot of eastern phoebes hanging out, and that was a bird that we didn't know. And those ones are cool because they eat bugs. And so they use the bird feeder to sit on to watch for bugs, and then you'll see them swoop down and go get a bug. So we have really been enjoying watching all of the different birds that have been coming. Oh, here I've got a reminder to change air filters. I will stick that there so I can add it to my to-dos. But then yesterday morning, there were 2 possums at the bird feeder. Well, under the bird feeder. So possums had figured out that there was bird seed that had fallen, and there were 2 possums hanging out eating it up, which was kind of wild to see. And especially, we'd seen a possum once at night, but we hadn't seen them. This was broad daylight. So I'll be curious to see if they become regulars under the bird feeder, trying to catch what falls. But yeah, seeing all kinds of interesting things. And then the other thing, which this happened last week, but I'm pretty sure I didn't mention this in a video yet, was last Monday after Brian got back from Germany. He took Monday off work to just kind of recover and be around the house. And he was I think he'd finished up mowing the lawn and was in the garage, and a parrot flew in. And it was a, you know, a parrot that looked like clearly had been someone's pet, but it looked like overall it was in pretty good shape. It had been rough living, but not for too long. And yeah, the parrot flew in and ended up hanging out in the garage for quite a while. And Brian brought it water, and he did a little Googling, and he cut up some apples, and the parrot was eating the cut up apples, and Luna came out in the garage, and Luna and the parrot were talking to each other, and you know, so Brian was having kind of a fun time hanging out with the parrot, even though we have no desire to keep a pet parrot. Yeah, so we briefly had a parrot in our garage, but then a couple hours after it came, it flew away, and we have not seen the parrot again since. So all kinds of exciting wildlife encounters happening over here at the Larson house. So you'll see one of the kind of the big thing for this week I mentioned before is that we are going to be hosting Easter, which will be our first big thing that we're hosting at our new house, and I'm really excited about that. I love hosting people, and it should be a good time. It's going to be, so there's some things we have to figure out though. We're going to have to get a little creative because, for example, we don't have a dining room table yet, so our seating is limited. We do, oddly, for some reason we have a lot of chairs, so I have to count up for sure, but I think we have enough chairs, or if we have family who bring a few folding chairs, we should be fine. But yeah, so we've got a lot of chairs, but tables we're limited on, so I think what we're gonna have to do is I think I have 8 folding tables for Fern Creek now, so I think that we'll just have to move some of the stickers temporarily so we can bring some of the folding tables from Fern Creek upstairs to use. So we'll be getting all that figured out, but I'm excited, but it'll definitely be, we'll have some work to do this week getting everything ready. Although overall what I'm gonna make is pretty easy, but should be fun to have everybody come. Well, we're also, I'm sure, going to have an epic Easter egg hunt, because that is always, our nieces love looking for Easter eggs, and there'll be hopefully some other kids too. We have, unfortunately, it's Brian's cousin's daughter, or one of her daughters, has leukemia, and she's been in the hospital, so I'm not sure if they are going to be able to come or not. I really hope they can, but it's also a question of whether she's going to be too immunosuppressed to make it. But so hopefully their family will be able to come, and then there will be some more kids too, which means that we'll need to have a really big Easter egg hunt, because it'll be a good time for everyone. All right, so there is my base for the week. So let's go through and fill in the day by day. So Monday, what do I have? Okay, so you'll see I've been doing a lot of evaluations for my peers. So I've got another one on Monday. Can I get this sticker straight? So yeah, so every calendar year we need to get a peer evaluation of our teaching. So, well, that didn't go on straight. So this colleague, Andrea, we actually did an exchange. So she came and evaluated my class last week, and then I'm doing hers this week. Okay, so I'll observe Andrea's class. Is this pen working? I can't quite decide. I'm gonna use this pen instead. Okay, so evaluating Andrea's class, and then I'll have a meeting with my advisee at 1. And then I have office hours. And class. Yeah, And after today, I'll only have 2 classes left for the semester, so I really don't know how this semester has gone by so fast. It has just blown by. I guess I've had a lot going on. All right, and for work to-dos, I have to grade the discussion board, grade papers, lesson plan, and miscellaneous grading. I've got some things where, like, I've got presentations where students do, like, 2 students present every week. So that I always have to, like, remember, because I don't have the whole batch of them to grade at once. So I just have to remember to do those. And then for Fern Creek and home, I'm not going to do anything because it'll be a long day at work. So I guess I will need to edit and upload the plan with me. Okay, so then Tuesday, I have a meeting with one of our new grad students to talk about some details. Then, okay, so that's the workouts. Forgetting my workouts. All right, so let's do, so Monday is weights. And then Tuesday will be a running day. Okay, then there's nothing else scheduled on Tuesday, and okay, I have to get the grad students registered, and I need to look at the grad applications again, and I'm not grading them. See if I have any updates. I need to read my master's student's thesis draft. And my big task for this week is going to be grading papers. I'll get tonight the drafts of final papers for students in my class, and they are long papers, so it is going to take a long time to read all those. So that will be the big thing taking up my time. And then I need to get the July washi designed and ordered. Hopefully, this shouldn't be too late, but it's a little bit later than I would like. And then I need to do some printing. Okay, and then I've got a bunch of home to-dos. So I need to draft an email for family about Easter. And I also need to make why am I I'm looking at my list of things and I'm totally blanking here. Okay, and then I also need to make a plan for Easter, so I need to like write down how many people we have coming, check how many chairs we have, and then I need to order some chair protectors for some of the other chairs we have to put on the hardwood floor, and then also order some plates. Right now we have pretty inexpensive dishes, and we want to get nicer dishes, but we want to get more of the cheap dishes just so we have a big set, so when we entertain, we do have a lot of dishes so we can use real dishes. All right, so that is Tuesday. Then Wednesday, oh, and then, let's see. I need to look at all my columns on my plan. Okay, so then social media, on Instagram, I'll post my daily duo. And on YouTube, I will post this plan with me. Wednesday. All right, so then Wednesday is when I've got the most stuff going on. All right, so I'll do weights in the morning, and then I'll do I'm just totally blanking today. I'm having trouble. I guess I've not had enough coffee yet this morning. Then I've got my directed study here, and I've got a Bible study here. And then I will have office hours. So that is Wednesday, and then my to-dos, a lot of grading. I feel like maybe this pen's getting low on ink too, I'll have to check. And then for Fern Creek, I feel like I need to work on printing. I'm gonna put reformat on here, but I feel like I have too many things for Wednesday, so that may be the lowest priority. And then I need to do everything for my Thursday video, which will be about my sticker organization. And then, I feel like I'm kind of a hot mess today. I got these totally switched around. And I get this up. Maybe. There we go. Okay, I don't have any home to-dos for Wednesday, although, oh, see, I'm forgetting all kinds of things. Our cleaning lady will come, so I will need to leave a check for her. And then that also means that on Tuesday, I've already got a lot of home stuff there, but I will just go ahead and put this later on Tuesday so I don't forget. I just need to prep for the cleaning lady. We don't have to do too much to get ready for her. I mean, things stay pretty tidy, but there's stuff like I need to put out clean sheets for the beds, and it's easier for me to do that on Tuesday night than to remember to do that on Wednesday morning before I go to campus. So I'll need to do that, and this is why it's good that I plan out my week, otherwise I forget stuff. Okay, so that's everything for Wednesday. Then Thursday, the only thing that I have scheduled is book club, and we'll have to figure out, so because it's Holy Week, there are a bunch of church services this week, and Brian and I have not talked yet about which church services we'll go to, so I probably will be adding in some of those as well. So like we don't have small group on Thursday because there'll be the Monday, Thursday service, so I'll have to figure out with Brian which church services we can make. And then, all right, more grading. Prepping for class. Looking at manuscript I'm revising. And then I need to call the Alabama sales tax office, and then working on the reformat and printing stickers. And then at home, I don't have anything. I should probably do, I'm gonna move this up from Friday. I'm gonna move up the grocery list because we'll want to go grocery shopping on Friday before family gets here. So I should probably do the grocery list on Thursday to spread that out a little bit. And then on Friday, I can move this here, change air filters. And we have in the new house, we actually have 2 places we have to change air filters. So I've never lived in a place where I had 2 different air filters before. Okay, so Friday, I will finish up my grading. And then do some more reading. And submit the manuscript I'm working on. Then for Fern Creek, work on the reformat, print, and then we'll see if this happens. Friday, I really want to get the Plan With Me filmed because we'll have people here all weekend, and we'll even have people here Monday morning. So Friday is really my chance to film the Plan With Me, so I really should do it. And then I want to do laundry on Friday, again, since we'll have company here, and grocery shop to get what we'll need for Easter. And then on Saturday, we have some people who are coming on Saturday who will stay on Saturday night, so we shouldn't have too much. Since the cleaning lady will come, we should be in pretty good shape for that, but it'll mostly be working on food, so I'll need to bake carrot cake, make mashed potatoes. My family has this like baked mashed potato recipe, and they're so good, but also it's nice because you can get it all prepped ahead of time and then just bake it, so it's not, otherwise mashed potatoes are kind of a last minute thing. And then we're gonna have quiche, and so I just need to get the cheese all cut up and get stuff prepped. And then I need to figure out what I'm making for Easter breakfast, probably like cinnamon rolls or something, but I will want to get that all made. So mostly just getting food stuff ready on Saturday. And then Sunday, we have a outdoor early church service. So church is at 6:30, and then I don't think I'm going to put in anything else because it's going to be so busy. I'm not going to be looking at my planner, so I'll just know what I need to do. I might go in once I guess in my head I know what the meal plan is, but maybe once I have the meal plan in, I might actually put it here just so I can see everything. So as I'm prepping, I know that I've got everything done that I need to do. But that is my Easter week. So it's going to be a fun week, a busy weekend, but a good weekend, and lots of things that I am looking forward to. So I hope that you have a good week ahead. I hope that if you celebrate Easter, that you have a great celebration, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.